Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Cook It. It is Sunday, April 3rd, and I have started the dish already that I'm going to make for you tonight. I don't know what this is called. I was looking on YouTube for some recipes to try, and this one just popped up. So I clicked on the link and I looked at it, and it looked pretty good to me, so I thought I would make it. Now, what this consists of is 2 pounds of potatoes, and you fry those up. It has a pound of ground beef, hamburger, whatever you've got. I think sausage could probably work too. 1 onion, a couple tablespoons of garlic, and a 16-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. So what I've already done, I fried the potatoes because that did take the longest. And so I've already got these in the baking dish. So I'm going to put the camera down here and show you what I've got so far, and then we'll complete the dish and put it in the oven. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Okay, so there's the pan with the 1 pound of ground beef, 1 onion, and a couple cloves of garlic, or a couple tablespoons rather. And I put 2 bay leaves in there just to give it some extra flavor. Now you want to cook this about 5 to 7 minutes. Get those onions pretty tender. Let those bay leaves, the flavor of the bay leaves get in there really good. And then you're going to pour this over the potatoes. And this is going to bake about 20 minutes or so. And we're going to top this with some cheese before we put it in the oven. All right, so this is cooked about 5 minutes already. So I'm going to go ahead, get those bay leaves out of there. We don't want to bite into those. All right, so we've got our skillet or our pan of potatoes right here. So I'm going to get something to put this sauce mixture on top of these potatoes. We're going to pop it into the oven. Before that, we'll put some cheese on it though. All right, so you just want to pour that over there, or scoop it on. All right. Let's move the camera over a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Now, in the recipe, it didn't call for this to be covered, so I'm not going to do that. I think basically what you're doing is just putting it in the oven long enough to get the cheese melted, because the potatoes are pretty much done. And then after about 15-20 minutes, we're going to take it out of the oven, look at it, and make sure it's done. Or at least until the cheese gets melted. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Okay, so we're going to finish spreading the sauce mixture over there. And it kind of looks like spaghetti sauce, but it isn't. Now, the recipe called for putting mozzarella cheese on this. I forgot to get some at the store today, and I don't have any. So I'm just going to use 2 cups of shredded cheese. It's got Colby Jack, cheddar, you name it. This looks like a pretty easy recipe once you get it going. There was a couple of steps that I knew was going to take up some time on the video, so I didn't really want to take up too much time and make an extra long video without much going on. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the oven. It's going to be at 350 degrees for about 15 or 20 minutes. After that, we're going to take it out, cut a piece of it, and try it. All right, folks, stand by, and I will, let me get this camera straightened up. All right, I'm going to get it in the oven, 15-20 minutes. As I said, we'll come back, probably let it sit for about 10 minutes or so it's not too sloppy or too runny when we cut a piece of it and put it on the plate. All right, folks, stand by, and we'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, everybody, I'm back. This dish is done. It was in about 20 minutes or so, and I let it sit for a few minutes so it could cool down just a little bit so I could cut it and get a piece out of there to try it. All right, let's take a look at this finished product here. You can see the cheese is nice and melted on there. So let's go ahead and cut a piece of this and try it. All right. That is hot. You can see the steam coming up off of it. All right. So put the camera back up here and let's get a shot of this on the plate. All right, you can see the steam coming up off of that dish. And I think it looks pretty good, so let's go ahead and try it. Oh, that's Eddie right there, walking through the camera. He knows I have food. All right. Let's get a bite of this and see what it tastes like. It tastes pretty good. Now, I think I'm going to need to put a little bit of salt and pepper on this, but otherwise, I think this tastes really good. The combination of the potatoes, the tomato puree, or crushed tomatoes, hamburger, onions, garlic, and whatever spices you want to put in there. I think that tasted really good. All right, folks. Like I said, this is going to be a short video because I did some steps beforehand. Okay. So I will be having a video tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to cook, but I'm going to cook something. And I do have that new iPad stand coming. So we're going to try to do a video with the iPad and see if that turns out a little bit better. And hopefully I can learn some better editing techniques and, just work on my camera work a little bit. All right. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you try this recipe. If you do, let me know how you like it and how it turned out for you. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and finish this dish here. Get that eaten up and just chill out for a little bit and watch TV like I did last night. Okay, so I hope you have a really good Sunday evening, and I hope you have a really good start to your week tomorrow. And this is Ed, and I'm going to say it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to taste good. Everybody, take care, and we'll see you next time here on Let's Cook It. Bye for now.